So welcome back children. Today our topic is excretory system. What is excretory system? The system which disposes waste materials from our body, right? Why are waste materials present in our body? See, don't you think our body is just like a factory? What happens in a factory? Some useful materials are produced, manufactured, right? In that process, waste is also being generated, right? In the same way, in our body also, we eat food, we breathe oxygen. There are many life processes going on in our body. Life processes mean chemical processes, right? So in these processes, these waste materials are produced which needs to be disposed from time to time. So we need a separate system called as excretory system, and the main organ here is kidneys, right? So kidneys, they filter our blood. We already know that blood supplies, blood connects each and every cell, right? Blood vessels are like present like a fine net like structure which connects each and every cell of our body. So our body is made up of cells. Cells make up tissues. Tissues together make up organs. Organs together make up organ systems. So all these have blood supply, right? So the life processes, basic life processes happen in our cells only. Cell is the basic unit of life, right? So the processes which are happening in the cell release waste materials in the cell only. Now the cell has a blood supply. So this cell sends out all the waste materials produced in it. It gives out to the blood, okay, like veins. These cells will be taking pure blood from arteries and will be giving all the waste blood filled with carbon dioxide, blood filled with waste materials like urea, uric acid, ammonia. All these things are given out into the venous system. Now this again, the veins will take this impure blood and purify it. All this we have already seen in circulatory system, right? So this blood, the blood which circulates everywhere in our body, comes to kidneys to get filtered, right? Kidneys will filter the blood. Now all the waste products that are filtered are sent out of our body. We'll see how this happens, right? So first of all, let me introduce you to certain terms. I have mentioned that life processes, right? Life processes means chemical reactions. So what is another word for that? Metabolic processes, okay? This is a new term, right? Metabolic reactions or metabolic processes. So these are the life processes I am talking about which are happening inside our body cells. These metabolic processes are of two types, okay? So catabolic process, okay? Catabolic process is a metabolic process which involves in breakdown of substances, okay? The substances are broken down, okay? These substances are broken down in order to produce energy, right? What is the ultimate aim, what is the ultimate goal of our body? To produce energy so that we can perform activities, right? So chemical substances, certain substances are broken down to release, to give out energy, right? For example, when we eat food, right, our food gets digested and glucose is produced. That glucose is used to produce energy, and if we happen to take more quantity of food, what happens? All the food doesn't burn to produce energy. Some of the food is stored in our body, right? It is stored in our body. Now, when we are undergoing starvation, right? When we don't have food, then what happens? The stored food material, let it be fat or anything, it undergoes breakdown reactions, means catabolic reactions. Okay, the stored food is broken down to release energy. So that is what called as catabolic processes. Okay, catabolic process. Now another type of metabolic process is anabolic processes. What are anabolic? These are the opposite of catabolic process. Catabolic are breaking down things. Anabolic processes are building up things, right? For example, again, food we consume, digested, and it gives out glucose and energy. So anabolic processes build up things, and here energy is used, right? Anabolic processes use energy, catabolic processes release energy, right? So these are the two different chemical life processes happening in each and every cell of our body, which are responsible for generation of these waste products which needs to be excreted or removed from our body. Okay. Now I have told you the main organ in our excretory system is kidneys, right? We have a pair of kidneys. It means two. Pair means two kidneys. Now what is the shape of kidney? It is bean shaped. Okay, see the shape, it is bean shaped. And what is the color? Color is reddish brown in color. If you take a medical degree and when you are performing a dissection, then you can see the color of kidneys, reddish brown in color. Size, so they are some 10 centimeters in length and in breadth. So the length is 10 centimeters. Now breadth is some 4 or 5 or 6 centimeters, right? Thickness, what is the thickness? So if you take, this is the length, okay, and this is the breadth, and this is the thickness, this part. So thickness is around 4 centimeters, right? So this is about the shape, color and size of kidneys. Now let us see where they are located. So here in this diagram, okay, see this is the back, dorsal part of our body, means the back, okay. See, they are located in the waist region, okay, abdominal region. What is abdomen? Again, abdomen is something which is present between the thoracic region and the pelvis region, right? Abdomen generally has our excretory organs and reproductive organs. In common language, we say it as belly, right? So belly means the abdominal region, okay. Now, so we'll see the location, right? These pair of kidneys are present in our abdominal cavity. Cavity means space, abdominal cavity, attached to the dorsal body wall. Our dorsal body wall means our back. That is why if any kidney stones or kidney problems, what is the first symptom? We get back pain, right? We can't sit, we get severe back pain, and then we go to a doctor. There they will diagnose as some kidney problem, kidney related issue. So this is about the location. Now let us see what are the things that are entering into the kidneys and coming out of the kidneys. Now you see here, this bean shaped structure is there, right? This bean shaped structure, and in the center there is a notch, right? This notch, that notch is called as hilus. This notch region is called as hilus, okay. So what enters into the kidney through hilus? Renal artery. You can see the renal artery there, okay. This renal artery is entering into the kidney through which portion of the kidney? Through a portion called as hilus. Now what is coming out of kidney through hilus? Renal vein. See here, this renal vein is coming out, exiting out of the kidney through which portion of the kidney? Hilus. Okay. Now here I have presented, I have drawn two vessels. One is related to impure blood. See, posterior vena cava. Post VC means vena cava, impure blood. So this renal vein which removes the deoxygenated blood from kidneys is a branch of posterior vena cava. Okay, posterior means backside. So posterior vena cava. And again the renal artery which supplies, the renal artery which supplies, sorry for the disturbance. Now again, the renal artery which supplies oxygenated blood to kidneys is a branch of dorsal aorta. Dorsal also backside. Okay, posterior dorsal, one and the same. Dorsal aorta. Aorta means the systemic artery, the branch of this systemic artery. So dorsal aorta and posterior vena cava give out these renal vein and renal artery which take care of kidney. They are the vessels that supply our kidneys, right? Now see, this renal artery along with the deoxygenated, along with the oxygenated blood, pure blood, it also carries lot of waste products. Means the blood in the renal artery has oxygen as well as waste products which it collected from all over the body to bring to our kidneys so that the kidneys will filter. Okay, all the waste products are removed. See, now I have told you renal artery has entered kidneys, renal veins have exited kidneys. Now this thing is our posterior vena cava and this clear vessel is our dorsal aorta, right? See, here are the divisions. This is renal artery and this is renal vein. Here also this slightly dark colored structure is renal vein and this clear vessel is renal artery, right? Now see, along with these two vessels there is something called as ureter, right? Ureter coming out of the hilus. It is also exiting out of the hilus, right? So this ureter, it enters, it opens into urinary bladder. See here, this structure is our bladder, right? Means the blood which the renal artery brought into the kidneys gets filtered. We will see how it happens in detail in the coming up classes. So it gets filtered and the pure blood again goes into our body, it circulates within our body. But the waste products I have told you, right, that waste products along with the excess water, it comes out of the kidney through which thing? Through ureter, through something called as, through a pipe or a tube called as ureter. See, there are two ureters, right? These ureters, they end up in the bladder. This bladder collects and stores our urine until we find a comfortable place to send out the urine. So this urinary bladder opens as urethra, opening through which urine comes out, right? See, on top of the kidneys you can see some cap like structures. What is it? They are nothing but glands. Which glands? Adrenal glands, right? Which glands? Adrenal, okay, adrenal glands, this one and this one, right? They are like a cap present on the kidneys, adrenal glands, okay. Now if you see the diagram, you can observe that the right kidney is present a little lower compared to the position of left kidney. Why is it so? It is because of presence of a large gland called as liver in our body, right? We all have liver. On which side is our liver? Right side, right? Stomach on the left side and liver on the right side, okay. So to accommodate our liver, okay, to give some space for that, the right kidney is present a little lower, right? Okay. Now this is in brief about the appearance and position and the function in simple about kidneys, but to know exactly how are the kidneys filtering the blood and how is it separating the waste products and separating the filtered blood, we need to check in deeply, right? And we'll do that tomorrow. So thank you children. All right.